Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome in. This is BigBeerFoundation.com back here with another video and oh my gosh. Guys, I apologize. I owed you guys a huge apology. I'm sitting here week 13. I'm currently a week behind schedule right now just because of just coming back from a road trip and all that stuff. And I'm about to go on basically on another road trip here soon. So I do apologize for all the stuff that'll be coming in. But guys, welcome in. How we doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good day today. Week 13 MLB predictions. Like I said, these are my picks before the week actually ended. So even though I do have the matches currently, I do have my picks. Even though coming off of last week in week 12, we did win 63 and 23 with pushing overall record to 648 and 302 entering this week. But like I said, I do apologize for all the support. I do apologize for all of this. I'm hoping to get back on track, but I'm really busy right now, and my schedule is. I got work, and then my schedule is all over the place. So I got training to do. So my schedule's all over the place, all upsided. So I do appreciate you guys for hanging around with me for the moment. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like and subscribe here to the channel. On our way to 140. Appreciate everybody's support. Make sure you guys go join the NFL fantasy. And yeah, if you guys want to know why I'm posting this video at like 1 a.m. in the morning, now you know why. So yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it here a little bit. Let's check in with the standings. These were the standings. Actually did this in time. These were actually not in time. I actually did the standings before going into week 13, aka last week. But like I said, I apologize. I apologize in advance to you guys that I had to do this a week behind schedule. But like I said, I'm trying to work my way back into schedule. But anyway, let's go to the first series. First up, Atlanta, Baltimore. I was very excited about this series. I decided to take the Orioles with this one, 2-1. Just, I don't know, man. I don't know why. It just feels like the home team is gonna win this one. Like both teams have been playing so well. Both teams have been arguably fantastic this season. Um, I know both teams are not playing their best ball as of late, but I do think the Orioles nearly do squeak out with a near victory series here at home. But let me tell you, I don't even. I honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Atlanta's kind of favored in this one. But in Baltimore, in the Baltimore crowd, I'll roll with the Baltimore Orioles just by a little bit though. But this year should be a fun one. Next up, Washington, Detroit. I feel like I have to give Washington a game every single time they play in this series. Washington has actually not been playing too bad as of late. I think they've been doing more winning. They have been winning recently. But you're going into Detroit, and I know the Tigers, they're not playing well right now. They were off to a hot start this year, but they're not playing as good as they once were. But I'm still taking them in the series 2-1. Like I said, as long as they're at home and they got their guys, they should be able to came through here and get the job done here at home. Next up, Cubs, Tampa Bay. I decided to go Tampa Bay with this one, 2-1. I think this one's interesting. The Cubs can definitely give them a fight. I'm kind of expecting this one to be close. Like it's kind of like the series. I'm kind of expect each game to be close. Kind of going to be hard hitting, going to be close. But I'm leaning towards the Rays to a little bit more. But I don't know. The Cubs can come out of nowhere and win. They can. Cubs can prove. Cubs prove they can win on the road. So I think this one could go either way. But I'm going to go Tampa Bay on this one. Next up, Cleveland, Cincinnati. I wanted to give this one to Cincinnati, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I wanted to get Cincinnati at least a win because I do think going into Cincinnati and sweeping the Reds is going to be a little bit of a hard task for the Guardians. But I stuck with my gut here. I took these two teams only played two times. Guardians been playing one of the best teams in the MLB, so I am confident that they get the sweep done here 2-0, but at the same time, I'm not comfortable about it because going, like I said, I don't really like picking the away team to sweep the home team at all in MLBs, but I just think it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, I just think it's gonna happen. Reds, prove me wrong. I think you guys can win a game. I feel like this one's gonna shoot me in the foot, but I do think the Guardians eventually will sweep them. Next up, Miami, New York. I'm taking the Mets here 3-0. I haven't really seen too many good things out of Miami for me here to pick on. I don't know. I just don't really like Miami's performance these last couple of weeks. I don't really do. This team hasn't really been good, at all recently this year. Mets are trying to find back in their groove a little bit. I do think they can step up here and get the sweep over Miami here at home. Next up, Phillies, Red Sox. I gotta take the Phillies here in a sweep. I want to say the Boston. Like I said, I'm not recently just said I don't like picking the road team to sweep the home team, but let's just face it, you're playing against a team that's just 10 times better than you. You're playing against a team that's just dominant. You're playing against the number one team probably in MLB right now. Like I just think this is gonna be too. This is what I'm kind of expecting. I'm kind of like expecting like all the games to be close, but Phillies just how execute Boston every single game, and it's gonna be annoying for Boston fans, but that's just the way I see it. Next up, Colorado, Minnesota. I'm going to Twins here in the sweep. I think this one is pretty easy. Twins are playing better baseball, while the Rockies have still looked horrendous these last couple weeks. So don't really need to talk about this one too much. And I think this one's just going to be plain and easy sweep for the Rockies. I mean, for the Twins. Next up, Pittsburgh, St. Louis. I'm surprised here that I'm taking the Cardinals here 3 games to 1. You know, as good, and I'm not. I'm again. Maybe I'm not gonna say as good, but as decent as Pittsburgh has looked, I think the Cardinals are ready to. I think the Cardinals are gonna roll here. I think. And what was you need like 4 times? I was actually more going with a split here than a series win, but I'm going with the Cardinals here 3 games to 1. I think they step up here and get the wins at home, but this is just another one. Just thinking it's gonna come back and bite me in the foot here, but I'm willing to take the risk. I'm taking the Cardinals, but this one could go either way. Next up, Yankees, Kansas City. Like I said, I'm not comfortable about this decision at all, but I will take the Yankees here 3 games to 1. I don't know, man. And this one being in KC as well, playing 4 games. Like I said, I'm not comfortable about this. I've never been comfortable about my decision on this one, but I guess you give this one to the Yankees. I mean, come on, the Yankees been playing well. Kansas City's been playing well as well. So I really should be predicting a tie here with the series split, but I don't know, man. I'm not going to. I'll take the Yankees here 3 games to 1, and like I said, I'll take the consequence if I get it wrong. Now we have Toronto at Milwaukee. I'm taking the Brewers here 2 games to 1. I like Toronto. I think I like them on more on the road than to do at home, even though that might not be the truth about their records. But I like Toronto. I like how they play on the road. The Brewers, I think they're just a better team, especially with them being at home. I do think they'll be a good here to cover. But Toronto, they can sneak out a win, so I'll give them 1. But I just don't think it's going to be enough. I think Milwaukee will eventually get it done. Next up, Angels, Diamondbacks. I'm going with the Diamondbacks here 2 games to 1. I'm not really feeling too good about the Angels' chances, even though I will give them a game because the Diamondbacks are not the best team out there. So I will give. Do think the Angels should be able to get one at least away from the Diamondbacks, but the Diamondbacks should be able to win at least 2 of them. So we'll go 2-1 there, Diamondbacks. Next up, Chicago, Seattle. I think this one is pretty simple. Even though they do play 4 times, I think Seattle's going to win all 4 games. I don't see a scenario how Seattle loses to the White Sox and at home. I just don't see it. I mean, come on, the White Sox, they're arguably probably the worst team in the league right now at the moment, and Seattle is just at home here. They're just 10 times better of a team than the White Sox. So I think this one should be a pretty easy series for Seattle here. Next up, Oakland, San Diego. I'll take San Diego 2 games to 1. I was really thinking about the Athletics here. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I was thinking about the Athletics because how decent they've been playing these last couple weeks. They actually been playing really good these last couple weeks, but I decided to stay with San Diego on this one. But I want to be wrong here. I really want the Athletics to win, but I will give this one to San Diego. And finally, I think this one is the last one of the first series. But anyway, we had Houston and San Francisco. I am taking the Giants here 2 games to 1. Houston, they can easily win this series, but there's just a lot of question marks going on with that team right now and how they really are. I think we will eventually see the actual Houston Astros that we've been waiting for all season long. But this one being in San Francisco, like I said, I'll give Houston a game, but I think San Francisco will easily clean it up because even though at the beginning of the season I probably would pick Houston here in the sweep, but I'm not going to anymore. They have a lot of question marks. I'll take San Francisco 2 games to 1. Okay, this one's probably the final one. Anyway, we had Texas, Los Angeles. I'm going with my Dodgers here 2 games to 1. I can definitely see the Rangers coming in here to LA and winning this series. I can definitely see it. but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think LA at home covers, protects what they do, what they have to do. They'll eventually get it done. I like this Dodgers teams a lot. I think it can go a long way in this postseason. I'm comfortable with them at home. I'll take them 2-1. But like I said, this is another series. I expect every game to be close. All right, and now we got the second series. Let's start off. Cardinals, Cubs. I'm going with the Cubs here, 2-1 in a hard fought battle here. I really do like the Cardinals' chances in this. Actually, even though they are on the road, I still like their chances a lot. I think they could do a lot of good things in this series. But at the end of the day, I do think the Cubs will have home. They have home. They have home court. I should say, or home field. They should be able to protect that. Cardinals win 2-1 in a very entertaining series. Next up, Yankees, Boston. I'm sorry, Boston, but I gotta give this one to the Yankees. I mean, like I said, I will give you all a game. I do think you guys will even squeak one out, but I'm sorry, Boston. But it's just the same story as last series. I'm expecting you guys to compete, but at the end of the day, the team is just gonna. This team is just gonna out execute you in every single finish. Like, might have given you one game. I didn't even give you one game last time, but I definitely could be wrong for. But in this one, I'm going the Yankees. I do think they get the job done here on the road, but just there's just so many series this week that I'm just not comfortable with my decision making here, and this is just another one I'm just not comfortable about. Next up, Miami, Washington. I'm actually going to take Nationals here in a sweep. Like I said, I have not really seen anything too good out of Miami so far this year, and Washington has been playing 10 times better than what they have been going starting this season. And Washington's at home. Like if this game was in Miami, I probably would still pick the Washington, but I would probably give them 2-1. This one's in Washington, man. Why? Like I said, Washington's actually been playing some balls in the last recent weeks, and I just don't. Like I said, I haven't really seen too many things out of Miami so far this year. So I mean, no, I think Washington's inclined to get their first sweep here this season. I think this will be the first sweep of the season. Anyway, I think Washington's gonna be hungry for it. I think they take it here. Washington sweeps Miami. Next up, Phillies and Baltimore. I can't wait to watch the series. If I'm being honest, I think this is going to be one of the more exciting series of this entire season. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, because basically what we're just watching here is just two powerhouse teams going at it. Like what other better series did you want to ask for out of anything? Like I hope these two teams. I don't know if they're playing the playoffs or meeting the playoffs or not, but I hope these two teams meet the playoffs. Well, I don't care what round. Like these two teams, if we can see these two teams in the playoffs, that would be incredible. Like this series is definitely going back and forth. I can really be wrong here, but just because Baltimore is at home is the only reason why I'm picking them to win this series. But if this game was in Philadelphia, I would be taking the Phillies here 2-1. But Baltimore, you're at home. I believe in you at home. You can get it done here, 2-1. Come on, Baltimore. I'm kind of rooting for you here. Next up, Cleveland, Toronto. As much as I want to say Toronto gets a win here, I think Cleveland's on the decline to get swept. I'm at Cleveland's on the decline. I'm at Baltimore. I'm at Toronto is on the verge of getting swept here. Like I said, I love the Guardians team a lot. I love them to death, man. I just love the way how they play. I mean, I just think that team is so good. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays, I think they're just fine too. But I just don't think. I just honestly just don't think they're gonna have enough in here to edge out the Guardians one game. Like I said, this one's probably gonna come back me in the foot because I think Toronto is actually gonna win a game in this series, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think the Guardians are gonna get back-to-back sweeps here. All right, next up, Padres Mets. This one's actually a series I had to really think about here for a minute, but I will go with the Mets here, 2-1. I mean, just as long as they're home and they have their guys, I do think they'll be fine in this one. But I don't know, Padres. They had a couple statement wins on the road, so I'm not gonna estimate the Padres on the road. I think they'll be just fine on the road, but I think they'll go in the Mets here. Ah, sorry, guys. I'm recording this late at night, so you might see me yawning a little bit. Next up, Rays in Atlanta. I'm going with the Braves here, 2-1. I'm sorry that says Miami up there, but yeah, I think the Braves get it done here. I mean, I can definitely see Tampa Bay coming here and getting some wins on the road, getting some statement wins here on the road. Cause actually, it would be statement wins to get a wins in Atlanta, but At the end of the day, I'm going with Atlanta here. I just think that at home, is just what they need. They need home fans there, and I just believe this series is going to be great. But I just think Atlanta's going to pull it through. Next up, Reds, Milwaukee. Well, I mean, honest here, I'm taking the Brewers in this sweep. I was thinking about giving the Reds a game, and I probably should give them a game here. But like I said, I love Milwaukee. I love the way they've been playing. I like the Reds too. I think the Reds have actually been playing pretty decent as well. Like this team's actually been playing better than what they have been doing in the past. But I'll just give the side share to Milwaukee. I just like Milwaukee a lot. I like their team. I just really like it, man. I think Milwaukee will get it done here in the sweep. Next up here, Tigers, Astros. Taking the Astros here 2-1. I really like them on their home floor. Like I said, I would actually pick Detroit to win the series if they were playing the way how they started at the beginning of the season, because Detroit was actually playing like pretty good ball at the beginning of the season, but now I think they're starting to fall off a little bit. I believe the Astros are going to start, eventually going to get into rhythm here. Or what the team they have been these last couple of years. So I do think this team is on the verge of doing that. And like I said, Detroit has been slipping off a little bit. So just for that reason, I will stick with the Astros here. Next up, Athletics, Twins. I want to say the Athletics tie this series because how decent they've been playing the last couple of weeks, but Minnesota at home is just going to be too much here. I will get the Athletics win because I don't think these Athletics are going to get swept. I think they're going to show some heart and fight. But at the end of the day, I think the Twins are going to be too much here at home. I'll take the Twins here 3-1. Now we got Pittsburgh, Colorado, and I wasn't really comfortable about this decision, but I'll take the Pirates here 2-1. And the only reason why I say I'm not comfortable with this decision is because this is actually one of those series that you would think is a trap game for, because Colorado's favored to win this series. Pittsburgh is going to Colorado. This is not an easy matchup. Pittsburgh actually doesn't really play that well on the road. I mean, they do, but you can tell that Pittsburgh hasn't really been playing better on the road than have been at home. Anyway, I still would take them in this series because it's Colorado. I mean, Colorado's awful. They are the worst team in the league right now at the moment, if you're asking me, or one of the worst teams other than the White Sox. But yeah, for Pittsburgh, you should be able to protect this. I'm kind of expecting you to sweep this series, but I'll give Colorado a game just because I just think they're gonna pull one out. So we'll go 2-1. Now we have the White Sox and the Diamondbacks, and like I said, I'm taking the Diamondbacks here to sweep. I know Diamondbacks haven't been playing like themselves, but they're 10 times better than the White Sox, man. Especially at home, it's just gonna help them out even more, man. Like seriously, I want to give the White Sox here a game. I want to root for them, but their team is so bad that I just can't root for them, man. I just like the Diamondbacks here. I think Diamondbacks should dominate every single aspect of the series. Next up, Rangers, Seattle. I'll take Seattle here 2-1 just because they're at home. But this one does scare me a little bit because I actually do think the Rangers are to perform pretty good on the road, if you're asking me. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I'm thinking, like I said, I'm expecting this one to be one of the better series of the week. So definitely going back to board. Every game's gonna be close, but end of the day, I do think Seattle will pull it out though. All right, and I think this is the last one. But anyway, we have the Angels at the Giants. I'm sorry, that's the Arizona logo there, but Angels, San Francisco. I'll take the Giants here 2-1. I do like the Angels' chances in this series. I really do. I think they can come here, San Francisco, and get some wins on the board. But I do think the home team is going to cover here, so it should be a fun series. But I like San Francisco in this one. All right, and I believe this is the last one. But anyway, we have KC at LA, and this one was very tricky. I didn't really make my decision until the last minute about this one, but I will lean towards LA here 2-1. But let me tell you, if this one was in Kansas City, I probably would take Kansas City here 2-1. I don't know. I mean, this series should be fun. You're playing. I mean, these are two good baseball teams going at it here, so I do think this series is gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. Good series to watch if I play honest with you guys, but. At the end of the day, I do think LA will get the job done here, 2-1. So that's who you have it. All right, guys, and that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like and subscribe right here to the channel. Anyway, I'm gonna quickly upload this and get this out to you guys on time so you guys can watch it. Like I said, I'm currently out of schedule right now, so thank you guys so much for sticking with us. I'll promise I'll have week 14 out as quickly as possible. And I'll also get that uploaded so you guys can watch on time. But anyway, this is Big Beers on MLBNation.com. Like I said, I'm sorry to you guys, but this is just do what we have to do. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys do like, subscribe, join the NFL Fantasy. This is Big Beers on MLBNation.com. Peace out. Stay safe. See you in the next one.